everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Vienna. I absolutely love this city. I never get tired of coming here. It was recently voted one of the world's most livable cities for the 11th year in a row. They're definitely doing something right here. But in this video, I'm going to be trying something different. I'm wondering, could I live in Vienna, and would I live in Vienna? Once you get out of the tourist bubble, is it a very different world out in the suburbs? We're going to find out. In fact, when I was doing a little bit of research, I uncovered something which was a little bit disturbing about Vienna. I'll share that with you later. First things first, it is 1:15. I am starving. Let's get some food. If you're from the UK, you may recognize the name Simon Calder. He's like a travel guru in the UK. If the baggage handling system at Manchester Airport goes pear-shaped, he's there reporting about it at the evening news. If people are being denied into the European Union because their passports are more than 10 years old, he'll be on the case. Yes, I subscribe to an email from Simon Calder and the Independent newspaper, and it comes out every Friday. And 1 week ago, he was recommending a restaurant here in Vienna, and I thought, let's try it. If it's good enough for Simon Calder, it's good enough for me. So I'm going to be trying some Nockerl, which is kind of a traditional Austrian dumpling kind of meal. And based on the photo, and I'll show you the photo now, he was washing it down with a beer. And as you know, I don't drink beer, but on this occasion I'll have one just for accuracy's sakes. So I've got to find this restaurant and we'll have a lunch. Yeah, definitely. I'm starving. Okay, the place I'm looking for is called Café Portugal, and according to Google Maps, it's just up here about 100 meters. I can't wait to sit down with a cold beer because it is, what, 30 degrees Celsius? It's a warm one today, I'll tell you. Right, where is this cafe? And just like that, the Café Portugal. Right, let's do this. Really nice. Dumpling with a little bit of celery, and it looks like scrambled eggs and a bit of cheese as well. Good recommendation. This is actually seriously good. It really is. Well, Mr. Calder, that was a very good recommendation. That was absolutely magnificent. Wow, I really enjoyed that. While I am here in Vienna, I am going to be checking a few little supermarkets because I want to check what the cost of living is like here in Vienna. However, there's a Spar there. I think it's a pretty small one, and I don't want to be going in there with a GoPro, having a look at prices. They might get a bit suspicious, so I have to find a larger supermarket to do that. I've got a favour to ask. I subscribe to an email service called Daily Drop, and it is effectively an email that drops into your inbox daily. And it's, to be honest, directed towards the US market, but it's to do with points, it's to do with miles, memberships, that kind of thing. But they do have a lot of travel industry news as well, and I actually find it quite interesting. I need at least 18 people to subscribe to that, and I will win, free of charge, a very stylish black hoodie. Now here in Vienna, I don't need a hoodie, it's 30 degrees Celsius, but back home in Scotland, I probably could. Could I ask you to subscribe? I'll put a link below. I will show you the hoodie when I get it. I'll even wear it for you for the whole video if you like, and then you can unsubscribe later. Can I ask you to subscribe? Thanks very much, guys. One of the many things which makes Vienna a fantastic place to live is the transport. You're never far from transport. You've got underground, surface railways, buses, trams. You've even got a ferry service that goes down the Danube to Bratislava. Now I've written down on this bit of cardboard here a description of the lifestyle here. An exceptional quality of life, ranking as the best city for a healthy and a happy lifestyle. And it sounds good, as long as you're Austrian. Yeah, the best city in the world for quality of life, and that's from a survey of 241 cities worldwide. And the deciding factors were, I had to write these down because I wouldn't be able to remember them: standards in healthcare, political stability, economic situation, education system, the housing market, and conservation of nature. I haven't actually checked in for my hotel yet, so that's something I need to do. So I'm just going to kind of meander in that general direction until I come to it. But according to my map here, there's a Vila, a Spa and a Hofer all along the way, so hopefully I can get into one of those and check some prices. I know Hofer is actually like an Austrian name for Lidl or Aldi, it's one or the other. Spa and Vila are also low-cost supermarkets. That's what you get here. I was checking the cost of an apartment to rent, and in the suburbs, close to public transport, you're looking at about 500 to 600 euros a month. That's pretty good for a capital city. That is pretty good indeed. Okie dokie, we've got a Spa here and I've got a shopping list. Let's go in and compare some prices. No prices. 6 medium-sized organics, $3.59, converted from pound sterling, $1.77. Wow. And they don't do packs of 12 here, they do packs of 10, even that, €4.79, back home converted, €3.07. Heinz ketchup, 220ml, €1.99, back home, €2.71. 1 litre of semi-skimmed milk, $1.29, back home, $2.54. This place is pretty busy and pretty small, so I'm going to head while I can. Right, my immediate plan of action is to go to the hotel, check in, have a shower, relax for a little bit, but not a lot, and then hit the road again. And the reason for that is because, well, it's Saturday afternoon, it's 3 p.m. and it's pretty quiet. Maybe it's noisier down at St. Stephen's, but here this is the Protestant, and it's not quite the Mary Celeste, but wow, it's quiet. I wonder what's going on. Anyway, supermarkets close at 6 p.m. tonight, so I've got 3 hours. Tomorrow is Sunday, they don't open at all. Before I left home, I was doing some online comparisons on petrol prices. Converted from pounds into euros, your average price at Esso, Shell and BP is €1.73 per litre. Here the average price in the centre of Vienna is $1.69, so there's not actually much in it. And here we are at the Ibis Wien Messe. Now there's a reason why I have to stay here, and all will be revealed on the next video. It's very important. I'm not here because of location, I'm not here because of price. I have to stay at this particular hotel. You'll understand it on the next video. Anyway, let's get inside. They like to keep you on your toes here. Room 408, and it's on the 7th floor. And this is a standard double at the Ibis. It's very similar to a standard double at an Ibis budget, except it's not quite as bright. Have a look at this view though. Pretty impressive. Right, shower, relax, then get back out. Okay, I've had my shower and I feel a good 10% better. Right, I have to get out. It's about 4:30 now and the supermarkets close at 6. I need to get water for tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going to be quite active, and where I'm going there won't be any shops, and of course being a Sunday there'll be no supermarkets open on the way, so I need to stock up now. I need to get some things for the room tonight, and also I need to do some more comparisons for this video. So let's get moving. Okay, let's go in and check out Vila. I can't do a like for all brands, but if you're a coffee drinker, this will give you an idea of what to expect. Converted from pounds, Pringles €1.77, here €2.39. Grams, €2.49. I'm not seeing Peroni. Nope. No Peroni. Okie dokie, that's me stocked up for tomorrow and also for tonight. I am going to have an early night because I can feel it kicking in now. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day and I'll complete this video tomorrow. See you then. If I was going to live in Vienna, I probably wouldn't end up in the city centre. I would end up out in the suburbs. And now I'm going to go to a place called Heiligenstadt. There's something very interesting I'd like to see there. That didn't go according to plan. Apparently on line 4, which I have to catch, just between two stations, there are no trains because of some essential track work, which means I now have to walk here to Schottenplatz. I think that's it. It's about here, maybe it's a 10-minute walk, and then I can continue my journey. Fortunately, there's a couple of security guards because I could not work out why all the destination boards and all the trains were bound for Houtendorf. I couldn't understand why they weren't heading the other way, because they don't. Well, I made it finally, and I was just leaving the station and I got slightly distracted. Yeah, any carriages that are painted blue with yellow or cream, that always gets my attention. But I don't think these are from the Orient Express. Right, I'm here for a reason. Boom, and there it is. Karl Marx Hof. So what's the big deal about Karl Marx Hof? Well, it's the longest residential building in the world at 1.1 kilometers. And that's just one side. You have to go around the block to do the whole loop. It's amazing. That's one thing I love about Austrian buildings, especially even council buildings. They always have a little story on them, or they might actually have a painting or something. They're not overly bland. There's always something going on. Construction took 3 years, as you saw. In 1927, it was besieged against the fascists during the brief Austrian Civil War of 1934. I didn't know Austria had a civil war. There you go. See the things you learn on this channel. Yeah, so 1,100 meters long. That's about 0.68 of a mile. You want to get fit? Just walk around your flats. Absolutely amazing. It just keeps going and going. Yeah, I was just mentioning designs on buildings, on apartment buildings, and here's another one just across the road. Absolutely stunning. 1952 to 1953. Okay, there's only so much mileage you can get filming the outside of a building, especially a council building. So what I'm going to do is go into the courtyard, I guess it is, inside, and have a look there as well. This is such a quiet neighbourhood as well. This is at the end of the line U4. So like I said, if I was going to live in Vienna, it would be a place like this. Maybe not in here, although that would be pretty cool. It would probably be something across the road there. Someone had their window open there. I could smell food coming out. I thought, oh man, it smelled good. Don't know what it was. It was probably fried chicken or something. Maybe I'm hungry, but oh man, it smelled good. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. This is actually quite beautiful. You can tell this was built in the late 20s. There's a little hint of Art Deco going on. And the thing is, there's no graffiti, no vandalism. People really care about their environment here. I should have checked how many people actually live here. The number 15 is in my head, 15,000 residents. It's a lot, it is a lot. And the thing is, they've got the U-Bahn right across the road. Great planning, very good planning. Let's go up here and have a look. I'm not sure who these figurines represent. They might have been the first ever residents, you never know. While I'm here, there's just one other thing I'd like to try and find, and I believe it's just over there somewhere. I just wanted to see this. This is the home ground of First Vienna Football Club. You might be thinking, first who? Vienna. Does that mean nothing to you? Yeah, it's the oldest football club in Austria, being founded in 1894. But they're in the second division now. A little team, but a team all the same. I just thought I'd come and have a look at it because I was here. Have you ever noticed that the oldest teams in a country aren't always necessarily the best teams nowadays? They never seem to grow and mature to dominate. For example, I think in England you've got Notts County, in Scotland you've got Queen's Park, and here you've got First Vienna. Yeah, you notice it's English as well, and it's not First Wien or anything like that. I think there must be, I looked at this before I came, there must be a British connection to the club somewhere for it to be in English. Sadly, I think this is the closest I'm going to get to seeing the stadium. So if I was going to live in Vienna, I would have to support a local football team. My heart is still with the almighty St. Mirren, but yeah, why not? First Vienna Football Club. Just when I was wondering whether trams operated on a Sunday at this far out, yes they do. Right, I'm going to go back now to Schottenring, which is the furthest the U-Bahn is going today because of the track work. From there I'm just going to walk maybe it's a kilometre into the city centre, and so I'll see you there. So time to answer the question, could I live in Vienna? Would I live in Vienna? Well, firstly, from a YouTuber's point of view, someone who creates travel videos, it's in an absolutely amazing spot. You've got brilliant public transport, and even around Austria you've got places such as Slovakia, Czechia, Germany, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Italy, Slovenia and Hungary, and you've got a major world airport here at Vienna as well. Vienna is also the main central hub for Europe's most modern and most extensive night sleeper service, Nightjet. So Vienna is one of the most livable cities in the world. Accommodation prices for a capital city are pretty good. Petrol is slightly cheaper than the UK, food a little bit more expensive, but overall, what's the catch? The first problem you will experience if you try to move to Vienna is language. In the central core, in that tourist bubble, most people speak English because English is the international language of tourism. But if you're going to be living here, you're going to be living out in the suburbs, and you'll find that the people of Vienna either don't speak English, won't speak English, or can't remember the English they learnt when they were at school. You would have to have a knowledge better than "Entschuldigen Sie bitte, wo ist die Toilette?" Unless, of course, you want to spend all your time looking for toilets. That's not going to get you very far. The second problem I would face if I lived here is the European Union. They have a 90 days in 180 day rule, which means that if you're not an EU citizen, you're only allowed to stay 90 days, then you have to get out of the European Union. You have to go to a non-EU country for 90 days, and then you can return again. That's a bit messy. So basically, you're only spending every 90 days out of 180 here in Vienna. I printed out the results of a survey which was done online to do with the life of expats. How easy or how difficult is it to live in a foreign city? When it comes to quality of life, expats find this extremely good. In fact, it's the number 1 out of 50 when it comes to travel and transit. Number 2, health and well-being. It rates very well. Overall, Vienna rates 27th out of 50. Things are starting to deteriorate a little bit. Why is that? Well, there's one very, very particular thing which I found, and I had absolutely no idea. I always thought Austrians were really friendly, happy, helpful people. However, there's a sinister side of things. Ease of settling in index. You'll like this. Finding friends, they were the 40th city in the survey. Culture and welcome, 47th. Local friendliness, 50. 50th out of 50 cities. And I've done some research on this, and sure enough, the people of Vienna do not like foreigners. They've just got no time trying to build a rapport with them. And I had no idea about this. And I thought, that is actually quite shocking. I thought everyone was so friendly here. They are if you're a tourist. But once you step out of that tourist bubble, nah, they wouldn't give you the time of day apparently. So the big question is, could I live in Vienna? A most definite yes. Would I live in Vienna? Well, the EU will stop me from doing that, but if it wasn't for that, it still is possibly a yes. I would give Vienna a 7 out of 10. However, there is a thing called try before you buy, and it's called Airbnb, and I was having a look at that just for a laugh. You know, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment in Vienna for 1 month, 1 calendar month, for around about £1,000. That sounds pretty expensive, 250 a week for an apartment in Vienna. But from a YouTuber's point of view, you couldn't ask for a better base. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but if I do it, it could be spring or summer next year. It's a great idea. There's a visa you can apply for. It's called a blue residence visa. And I think it's fairly straightforward to apply for. The problem is I wouldn't be a resident, I'd be working here, therefore I would have to apply for a worker's permit, and that's where it gets a bit messy with the EU. So guys, what do you think? Should I relocate to Vienna for a full month next year, maybe in the spring or the summer? It'd make an excellent base camp to explore Austria, and I think it would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do this. Do you reckon I should do it? Just leave a note below. Anyway guys, thanks very much for coming with me to Vienna and scratching the surface. Everything's not as rosy as it seems in Vienna. I'll see you next time.